Many of America's top money makers are Democrats, so it's no surprise they've been quick to criticize President Donald Trump in the past. But now, some are profiting from his policies. In December, Trump signed historic tax cuts, legislation he called very much a bill for the middle class and a bill for jobs. And so far, he's been right. Numerous companies have passed benefits onto their workers and donated to charitable causes as a result of the GOP tax reform. Here are a few CEOs who once rebuked Trump, but whose companies are now better off. Jamie Dimon. In November, J.P. Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon, who once described himself as barely a Democrat, was convinced Trump would be a one-term president. In fact, he said at the time Trump would only be in office 3.5 years. But Dimon changed his tune after Trump signed the GOP tax legislation. He said in December the cuts will have a significant positive outcome for the country, CNN reported. J.P. Morgan Chase, which did initially take a slight hit as a result of the tax cut, plans to give out employee bonuses and increase salaries. Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett, the 87-year-old CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, has been slow to criticize Trump, though the billionaire did rebuff the idea of a corporate tax cut. In October, he told CNBC he doesn't believe any companies are non-competitive in the world because of the corporate tax rate. He was also not particularly fond of repealing the estate tax, an early proposal ultimately scrubbed from the final deal. That's not good for capitalism. I don't think it's good for the children. I sure don't think it's good for a society where there's a ton of inequality to start with, he said at the time. But employees at Wells Fargo, where Buffett is the chief shareholder, are set to benefit from Trump's tax cuts. Not only is the nation's third-largest bank raising its minimum wage, it's also investing $400 million into nonprofit and community organizations. Tim Cook. While Apple CEO Tim Cook hasn't chimed in much on Trump's tax plan, he has taken hits at the president for other reasons. Last summer, he joked college students had taken over Trump's Twitter account because most of the tweets happen at 3am. Cook also took shots at the president's hardline immigration stance, calling Trump's travel ban not a policy we support. Cook said Trump was wrong to pull out of the Paris Climate Accords, too. But Apple is winning big in the wake of Trump's tax policies. Earlier this week, the tech giant announced plans to invest $350 billion into the U.S. economy through 2023 and also pledged to create 20,000 jobs, both partially a result of the Republican tax cuts. Apple is also slated to open a new campus at a location to be announced later this year. Jeff Bezos. Billionaire Jeff Bezos, who this year became the world's richest person, has not been shy about criticizing the president. During the 2016 campaign, he said Trump is eroding democracy. It is inappropriate for a presidential candidate to erode that around the edges, Bezos said at the time, a remark on Trump's media criticism, Recode reported. They should be trying to burnish it instead of eroding it. It should be noted Bezos was quick to congratulate Trump on his electoral victory in November 2016 at Jeff Bezos. Congratulations to @Real Donald Trump. I for one give him my most open mind and wish him great success in his service to the country. As long as Bezos has kept that open mind, he should be able to see how Trump's tax cuts have benefited his bottom line. Amazon, which Bezos owns, will likely get a $723 million tax break in 2018 and a $1.3 billion tax break in 2019 as a result of the legislation, according to an analysis shared by CNBC. The analysis by financial research firm Cowen & Co. puts Amazon's effective tax rate at 13.2% under the new plan, down from the estimated 30% the company was previously paying.